is or not, but there's all these windmills up here. Wind generators. This is very, very north Iowa. Very, very cool. There's a lot of wind. Makes sense to use it. Here they are again. This is closer. Pretty darn cool. Okay, so this is day 2 of the sabbatical. I am in Welcome, Minnesota. I'm headed to South Dakota. I drove about 424 miles today, and it was a long haul. Not an easy ride, too. When I came through Iowa City, Iowa, I drove the entire state of Iowa today, so that was pretty challenging. When I got to Iowa City, the roads were so bad for my truck. They had this rolling undulation in them, and it was the perfect rhythm to create this hopping in the truck. I mean, it was bad. It was I thought I was going to break the tongue off the trailer. It was that bad, and I had to slow down to like 45 miles an hour going through the city. It got a little bit better. It got better just north of Iowa City and on 380, but then there were stretches of it that came back. And there was I-380, and then some of I-90 was very bad. It was kind of a white knuckle ride. I mean, the truck was bouncing a lot. I mean, it was seriously bouncing. It just would get into this rhythm that would, and it wouldn't stop until I would slow the truck down. So it got me tickled a couple of times, and I started laughing hysterically in the truck. But then I realized that it was kind of dangerous, and that I could actually break something on the truck, especially the tongue with the motorcycle trailer on it, and I worry about the stress that it put on the motorcycle trailer. So I don't have any good videos. I got a few videos of the you probably have seen those, but I got a few videos of some wind turbines in northern Iowa. Other than that, there hasn't been much to look at. I was pretty amazed at how much corn there is in Iowa. You might think I'm being naive, but I'm not. I mean, the whole state is covered in corn. What was striking about it was how big an industry it is in this country. It's because of the subsidies. And corn isn't that great of a food. I mean, it's used in everything. It's used for corn syrup, high fructose corn syrup. But it's just like it's not that great of a vegetable. I like corn, but I've had my fill of seeing corn today. It did not make me want to eat any. So I was it was very strange. I was impressed though with the amount of wind turbines I saw. I think that's that's an interesting part of this trip, is that how much green energy is actually being used up here, and it's easier to generate energy locally or close to the source rather than string up wires to distribute that electricity to other places. I'm not sure how the grid works up here. I just know I saw a lot of them, and it was pretty impressive, and they were huge. I wish we could see more of that where I live, but again, there's not a lot of straight line winds in Kentucky, so I'm not sure how well that would work. Out here on the plains, there's a lot of wind, and it's flat, a lot of straight line winds. So it was pretty impressive to see that much, how much it was being used. So, but anyway, I'm at the Welcome Campground in Welcome, Minnesota. I was glad to be here. I was tired. I put in a long day. I got to drive another 391 miles to get to South Dakota tomorrow. So that'll be the first time I think I actually get to stay somewhere for more than one night. But it's been mostly driving during the day and finding a campground before sunset, getting hooked up, getting the camper set, and then taking it easy as much as I can and resting from a long day's drive. So I've been chatting with Marcy, been texting with her a little bit. I called her last night and talked to her, so she seems to be doing okay. I am concerned about leaving her alone for this length of time. At times it seems kind of selfish, but at the same time, it's one of those things that it's an opportunity I have to take. And I do believe she understands that because she's been very supportive, and I could not do it without her. She's there to take care of things, although she is planning to fly out to Arizona